Hi there. Thought I heard a cat. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to an adventure game night. No, I did hear a cat. Because there she is. I tried to get her out of the room before I begun because I knew she'd try and interrupt. And she dashed under the bed because she knew. Glad to hear you guys are doing good. We're going to be finishing off Gibbous today. Well, hopefully finishing it off. That's what I'm aiming to do. Oh. Because I want to start on a new game next week if I can. Tired, absolutely tired though. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit tired myself, but I got a coffee to perk me up and keep my energy up while the stream's going. Accomplished and drained. Well, at least you're accomplished. What? This cat's cute. Look at her. Aww. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Gibbous. Where did I can't remember exactly where we left off. I know we met up with that with was it Peace Busara in Transylvania, and we had a rap battle with a guy called Vlad. Not Vlad the Impaler, but I don't know, you know, a guy called Vlad, just a random Vlad in a castle. So that was interesting and different. I still need to make those into stream highlights, actually, so I need to get on that after this stream, I think. Vlad the Rapper, yep. Rapula. Count Rapula. Great fun. Let's just get into it, because I want to try and get through this today. There was a cult guy we threw an egg at. That is true. That is something else that happened. There's a whole bunch of things we did last time. This cat's just going to be here, I think. Just unless she decides to leave, which she probably will at some point. Oh. Okay. We were back in the inn, weren't we? But this time we're this guy. We're the archetype. Don Archetype. And what were we doing? We were trying to... Oh, hold on. Let's check our notes. This is like a useful thing about this character. He's got notes. Piovra's out cold. We need a way to wheel him out of the inn. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get Piovra. That's what we were doing. This guy here, Piovra.
One more, damn it!
Yeah, that seems about...
Well. Chief Piovra, sleeping off some booze.
Indeed.
The nerve of walking into a fine establishment such as this one and just crashing into an armchair. Not to mention the dangers associated. It seems Chief Piovra's leathery outfit is stuck to the armchair.
Oh, okay. He's stuck to the armchair. Needs time to pry him out of there. Hook?
Gross. No.
Okay. I don't think we have anything that can peel him out just yet. So we have to find something, won't we?
I took a long, hard look at Finman and could instantly feel my skin creep. This guy was shady, to say the least.
Yep, he definitely doesn't eat people either.
This made me uneasy. What a creeper.
Aw, man.
The dreamer.
I'm just gonna go through the dialogue
Brother,
options.
you're trustworthy and all that, and I like you on a personal level. But this thing's too big for us to be yapping about.
Yeah, makes
cat-
sense.
The
Sorry
cat
for
finally wants to go
insisting.
to the room.
For talking.
Go on then. I swear I don't want to sneak it in because I always have to let her out really quickly because she realizes that I'm not giving her all my attention.
Are there any rooms available?
Every time I stream.
Filled the capacity.
You don't seem happy about that.
Well, let's just say business ain't been as satiating as it could be.
So, you're full, but not really, huh?
Yeah, that's a good way to be putting
This
it,
guy
to be
definitely doesn't eat people.
What are your thoughts on the festival?
Where's Sam and Max
Tell you
next
the
time?
truth, it's kind of a
I'm going to be
disappointment so
streaming
far.
Sam and
Scrawny
Max
coaches, most of 'em, and
when the
always roaming the
remake
streets
comes
and
out.
don't seem to ever
Well,
go to
remake,
sleep in their
remaster.
rooms like they supposed
I'm
to.
going to stream the
I
whole
mean, it's a
season, probably
festival.
within like the space
People
of a
hardly
week, just
sleep during
because
these
I
things.
love Sam and Max.
Oh, they
Um,
don't do they?
But maybe I think I've got another idea in mind for adventure game nights, which is we'll see. I don't know what my next game's going to be yet for adventure game nights. I have like a vague idea of a couple it could be, and I'm going to put it up to a vote again, I think. Okay.
I'll be on my way.
Right, so we need to find a way to get this guy out the chair. Let's go to the grandfather clock.
A classy classic.
Mm-hmm.
Time seems to have stood still here in the Finman house. I wonder if this relic holds
Simon
any
the
secrets.
Sorcerer 3D. I will replay Simon the Sorcerer 3D at some kind of specific milestone. Something I'm thinking of doing for like my channel is like, if I reach a certain threshold of subscribers, I'll do like a review series of all of the Simon the Sorcerer games, 1 through 5. That includes 1 and 2, a revisitation of 3, and also looking into 4 and 5, which are potentially worse than 3. Pink Panther adventure games. I've
Like,
not played
say,
those.
Secret passageways. Well, enough about that.
Okay.
It doesn't work, and I have no time to look into it.
Oh.
This is all your fault, Bernard.
That's a Day of the Tentacle reference. Worse? Yeah. For whatever reason, the 4th and 5th Simon the Sorcerer games were made by, I think, a German company, and they made Simon American. With weirdly uncanny realism for the graphics. It's bad. It's bad. I think it's potentially worse than 3D, but I'm not entirely certain if it is, because I haven't played them myself yet. But they see, I think, notoriously they are worse, or just as bad. It's American. Immediate dislike, no one likes Americans. Hey, my girlfriend's American. It's okay. I know you're joking. Oh yeah, there's Joe Pesci. It's a bad joke. No, don't worry about it. I think my girlfriend will probably agree with you anyway. Oil puddle.
I know this puddle's history. It came from that truck there.
Oh, good to know.
Oil's leaked out of the abandoned truck into a big slimy
Oh, hold
puddle.
on.
You're mine.
There we go. Didn't spot that before.
I think the chief's outfit could use some lubrication first.
Okay. Do we have... Oh, maybe I can get some of that oil. You get some of that oil, and then put it in this glass.
Got myself a glass of oil. Neat.
Neato. Alright, and then we want to lube him up. Come on. There we go.
All right. That seems to have loosened the armchair's grip on Piovra's rotund frame.
And then we just want to crowbar him up
Sure,
there.
I can pop him out, but how do I carry him?
Oh, I remember what we need to get, actually. Over here, there is a wheelbarrow. I need your wheelbarrow.
Joey, you think I could borrow that wheelbarrow for a minute?
Oh man, I would, but I'd really avoid getting on my dad's nerves right now. You know, I want to get a tattoo or a piercing soon. Something to express myself, right? And
Yeah.
he's like so against it. Like all he knows and cares about is fishing stuff. Says, I'm gonna be a fisherman just like he is.
Right, I gotcha. Let me think.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous
Hey,
snake!
Joey, what if you somehow got to express yourself and keep your dad happy too?
How would I do that?
Thank you for the 100 bits, Awkward Hybrid, and the Poisonous Snake. Hope you're having a good day, Scarfield. I hope you're having a good day too. My day's been alright. I've been working on my video, played a bit of TF2. Been nice and chill. I've got this fish hook. I think fish hook is probably like a good thing. You could have like an earring, but also it's fishing related. So it's a, you know.
I have this fish hook. Think about it. Fish hook lip piercing. Your dad can't hate on that. It just screams fisherman. What do you say?
That. is so gnarly, dude.
It's kind of gross.
Awesome.
Whew. All right then. You think I could get that wheelbarrow for a couple of minutes?
Sure, dude. Knock yourself out. Man, this is gonna look so sick. Woot woot!
Woot woot.
Yeah. Maybe clean it a bit before sticking it in your lip. I don't think it's entirely sanitary as is.
Uh-huh. Thanks, Don.
Sure thing. Hey, before I go, what do you know about the meal?
Look, man, I shouldn't either know or be telling you this, but a lot of the fish that my dad and most fishermen in town catch go straight into the meal.
The fish or the meal?
No, you square. The meal is what they've been raising over in Kraken Bay. Duh.
Oh. So, what is it?
Don't know, don't care, and I wouldn't look too closely into it if I were you. Just saying.
Seems fair.
Do you know anything about the dreamer?
Oh, man, don't say that out loud.
Slang.
Like that.
Archaic. Yeah. It's,
Well,
I was thinking like, what
paradoxically,
is this?
they speak their
2008?
name out loud all the time, but geez, careful.
You mean Dagon?
Bigger than Dagon, Broham.
Broham.
Much bigger. Anyway, it's just a dumb delusion like everything else the Order worships. But it keeps them popping business, so, you know.
Uh-huh. You ever heard of someone called the Butcher?
Who hasn't? But officially, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's a lot of whispers of betrayal and all kinds of crazy stuff, and everybody in the EOD's a lot more on edge than usual, but none of them are right in the head, so who knows, really.
Yeah, this place is crazy.
Who's she calling
No
ham? Root. You're a ham.
Later, Joey. Don't blow my cover, all right?
Watch your back, Donnie boy.
All right. So he's lubed up. We got a wheelbarrow, and we got our crowbar. Let's get this guy on the go.
Pop a cultist out of an armchair.
Who you calling Pinhead? Oh goodness. He did not wake up through that somehow.
Well, here we are in the
He looks
presence
dead.
of Chief Piavo.
Porca vaca. But hard to tell how present he really is, but it's him all right. Ain't no discussion about that. All right, go right ahead. And Pescatori?
Yeah?
Well, I'm convinced he's long gone. But if by some dark miracle you do get a hold of him, show him what the EOD does to traitors. Ooh, show him good.
I love this Joe
Gotcha.
Pesci character.
See you later, Pesce.
Let him through, boys. Cthulhu for dogging.
It's just like Joe Pesci, but he's just like a cultist. Oh man.
All right, I was in. A cold, bluish-green light revealed parts of rusty machinery here and there. Everything else was drowned in inky black. Probably as black as the butcher's deeds, but that remained to be seen. I was in.
Nice.
Just one regret. I'll never know who Randolph really was.
Oh well. Joe Pesci finally snaps and makes a cult. Exactly. That's what I want to see. That's the movie I want to see. Okay. Anything? Hatch, container, engine lever, admission valve, and engine. Let's have a look at this.
Some kind of container, apparently.
Okay.
Who knows? Might be something useful inside.
Okay. Well, I like the design on the door. That's nice. Oh, okay.
Ugh, the lid's all stuck with some disgusting crud.
Crowbar?
Let's pop this baby open.
Nice.
All right, got myself a power tool.
Joe Pesci is in The Cult.
It's a hatch in this thing, but it's dark as night inside.
Okay.
This means there's gotta be some way to get inside it, whatever it is.
Well, what if we power tool it?
Nah, can't reach it.
I see. Okay, nothing there either. Alright, admission vial. Let's look at this.
You gas up that huge engine through this. It's screaming out for fuel.
Fuel. So I guess we'll need fuel at some point. Okay, nothing there either.
No resonance.
What about the lever?
It's the lever what puts the huge engine in motion.
Brendan Fraser from the Mummy movies. Brendan Fraser, I had a rough time of it.
I really want to pull it.
Did I? Okay. Let's pull it.
Nothing
Yeah, I
happened.
need to fuel it up.
I think it needs fuel. Huge engine. From what I can make out, it seems to power the suspension mechanism above. There's a lever for that.
Okay, there's no resonance here at all. And I don't think there's anywhere else I can even go. Okay. So we have a power tool. There's a hatch. I'm gonna need some kind of we can't leave either. Okay, so everything we can do is in here, it looks like. Perhaps if I do this.
Nah, can't reach it.
I just got an achievement there. Compulsive Combiner. What's that achievement? Use hot items on hotspots 100 times. Okay. It needs fuel. Can I go up here? I can. I was thinking there has to be more that I can visit. Oh! Hi! I have a gun pointed at
Please, you ugly cultist!
Wait, is that the child from the beginning of the game?
Isn't that assuming a bit too much given how dark it is in here?
Don't push your luck when there's an angry
Punta.
little kid pointing a hand cannon at you, batty!
See, now that is concerning. I don't know that I want to live in a society where an innocent child can easily get her hands on it.
Would you like for mice to really appreciate you?
What?
Unless you really do. Don't make me turn you into Swiss cheese!
Okay.
Okay, I froze. But, I'm somehow a little warm at the same time, too.
Ew!
Hey, you really startled me.
Did he pee himself?
But I'm not a cultist.
Okay, let me see here. Cultist robes? Check. Lurking around in an abandoned factory? Check.
I'm a private investigator in deep cover.
That's not the only thing you're deep in, creep. What are you up to here? Don't lie. I can tell.
Oh god. I'm a flooring inspector. A mighty flooring inspector. Well, see ya.
Well, see ya.
What do you think you're doing?
Opting out of this dialogue?
Oh, not while I got you in my sights, you don't.
Oh, okay. It just worked every time before.
First time for everything, cultist.
I'm a flooring inspector. Don't you know how hazardous even just standing here is?
So this is standard inspector attire?
No, but they won't let me in without it.
Put it back on the shelf and step away from the shopping cart, because I'm not buying that.
Damn. Okay.
I'm investigating. I'm looking for, well, at this point, I might call him a criminal mastermind, really. The
My favorite
butcher.
cheese is brie.
And how do I know
I like
you're not
the,
one of his henchmen?
I like brie a
Trying
lot.
to
It's just really
lie your
creamy.
way out.
Oof. Can't think of anything, really. There's just been so much going on lately, it's hard to wrap my head around everything. Let alone explain myself to a kid with a huge gun pointing at my noggin.
I've got time.
To make an extremely long and convoluted story short, I'm helping a friend unhumanize his cat, I think. Turns out, when they can talk, they're real grouches. So, I'm trying to find out.
The wordplay is really cool. in
What's
this
this
game.
friend's name?
Buzz.
Oh, we'll talk about a coincidence. Is he a librarian?
Only librarian I know what's got a talking cat, yeah. Wait, you're not shooting me now, are you? Whatever way they wronged you, I had nothing to do with it. Kid, it can be a real...
They actually got Mr. Gillsby back for me. I hate to say it, but they're kind of alright in my book. I mean, I hate them less than you cultists.
Wait, you know Buzz and Kitty?
Yeah, we swapped dolls a while ago, back in Darkham.
Well, that sounds perfectly normal.
Unlike what you are doing to the fishies, you bad
Why does this
people.
child have a gun? That's what I really want to know.
I don't even like fish. I mean, I don't like eating them. I've got nothing against them.
So then why are you killing so many of them?
Again, not a cultist. But it might have something to do with whatever the butcher was working on in this very building.
Yeah, well, we'll shed some light on that situation soon enough.
I'm really not a cultist. My name's Don. Don Archetype.
Don doesn't sound like what a cultist name would be. I figured they'd all have names like...
Aldous, yeah.
Algious?
Nah,
Do you believe I'm not a cultist now?
not entirely. You'd better actually prove it.
All right, I'm game, I guess. What are you thinking?
If you're really here for the reasons you say you are, we're both looking for the same thing. The Butcher's Laboratory.
Yes.
Chop chop! I'll be supervising from up here.
Sounds like a plan. Miss...
Priscilla,
Are you sure?
I'm sure! Get to it!
Okay. Let's make sure we don't get shot by a child then.
Nice big lever over here. Seems to control the suspension mechanism above.
Alright, what happens if we pull this one? Nothing.
It ain't
Hey,
working.
Tony. Your child looks weirder than usual. Oh, there's something over here now. Okay. Oh, there she is. She's like a ninja. Discontinuity. What's this?
Strange. There's a discontinuity in the pattern here.
What happens if I jam a crowbar in it then?
I can't find a spot to stick this into.
Maybe if I drill into it first? I can stick
I
the...
don't see anything I can use this on.
Never mind. Huge, imposing door.
That's one impressive.
What's happening in the game so
gigantic
far? Last
door.
time I remember you were in the castle and did the rap battle. Yeah, we lubed up a guy. We crowbarred him out the chair. We're currently back in Fishmouth as the detective guy, and we're trying to track down the butcher. Trying to remember what's happened in between the rap battle and then. We met up with Peace, the lady we were looking for in Transylvania. Joined forces, and now we're, I think, just trying to take down the cult. So, improvised sleeping area. Let's go this.
Didn't really expect to see mattresses and pillows lying around in here, but there they are.
Can I use this door?
Locked from the inside.
Lock it! Lock it! Leave the shot!
Oh. Okay, what happens if I use this on this?
Cover it well! Cover it well!
Huh.
There's something here I need to take a closer look at.
Oh, I guess you could just do that.
I know Kung Fu. Aha! It's a heavy sliding door.
We lubed him up when he was wearing clothes. We were just trying to get him out of an armchair. It's all completely kosher, you know? Completely fine. I don't think he was that fat. He was just kind of like... He was kind of short and round, you know.
A bunch of annoying rivets, keeping the door shut in place.
Rivets, huh? Stout, that's a good word, yeah.
Thank God for technology.
What the hell's in here, then?
I stepped inside and felt my teeth instantly chatter. This was some kind of cryo room, and I didn't bring thicker underwear. Ugh.
Strange machine.
Some kind of strange display with cycling buttons on both sides. It says Hudsurus above, whatever that might mean.
Okay.
There's a soft hum emanating from it, so I assume it's functioning.
Okay. What? What? What's going on here?
Huh. One's missing.
What is that? Oh,
A jolly good day to you, sir and young miss, if day it indeed be. You'll forgive my disorientation, I trust. I've been holed up in here for quite a while. I suppose thanks are in order for opening that blasted door.
what?
Appreciate it.
No offense, but, who or, what are you?
Oh, do forgive my rudeness. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm quite sure that my name is Otis, but I'm afraid much of my biography is as much a question mark to myself as it is to you. I'm not wrong in surmising that this is the first time you're engaging in conversation with a human-octopus hybrid, correct?
Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words here.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mr. Octopus Person. I like you. You're kind of a fishy, so you're okay.
Haha, well, yes, young miss. I assume I am. Aren't I? Please, call me Otis.
Nice to meet you, Otis. I'm Priscilla.
He seems like an
and
interesting
this
guy.
over here is Dawn. He's a private detective.
Yes, she believes me.
Does that child have a gun? Yeah. She pointed the gun at us earlier. Don't worry about it. She's just keeping a watchful eye on us to make sure we're not a cultist.
So, Otis, how'd you become an octopus hybrid? I mean, of course, if that's not too painful to discuss.
Oh, not at all. Details, I'm afraid, are pretty sparse, and amnesia seems to be a side effect of the process. I do remember my name was Otis, and I died. I'm afraid I can't remember the circumstances. I did wake up at the hands of these persons that were operating on me. Strange sensation, to be sure, but I was alive again. Quite a blessing, sir, I assure you.
Well done.
You have quite the positive outlook on life for a talking head.
How could I not? I was dead, and now I live!
It's fair, I suppose.
Is there a greater joy imaginable? I think not!
That's a refreshingly positive attitude.
Thank you! I was always an optimist, and as you can see, good things have happened to me!
Indeed. Did you see the butcher?
Yeah, did you?
I'm afraid I don't know what butcher you speak of.
What's
well,
not to like?
everything's a bit foggy,
Exactly.
you understand. All I can remember are masked men rushing about with all kinds of strange instruments. Their speech was muffled, so it was pretty hard to make anything out, I'm afraid.
Dang it.
Also,
I
my
do
chat
remember them
oh.
referring to me as
there we go.
dry, if that helps at
I
all.
was gonna say my chat seemed to have broken for a second there, but it was like working on my screen on OBS, but it wasn't working in like the sort of little chat window. But now it is again, so we're good. Can't scratch your nose with a tentacle. Maybe. I think some tentacles could do it. Depends on what you've got on the tentacles. I don't know.
Dry. Any idea what that means?
One can only assume it has some negative implications, but that's pure speculation on my part.
Do you know where the laboratory is?
Yes, I do. You don't want to go in there,
No,
do you?
my chat seems to have broken
Indeed.
again. I don't know
Well,
what's going on with my
either
chat
way,
right
we
now.
should be getting out of here at this
It's
very
like I can
instant.
see it on the
No
OBS
one's
screen,
going
but
anywhere
like
until
not
we
the
reach the
actual
lab.
chat window. It's weird.
Oh dear, I must be frank with you, young miss. I intend to leave the premises
Oh,
as
no.
soon as possible and suggest you do the same.
I think it's
Come on,
having a bit of a
Otis, work with
moment.
us.
I don't know why
You
it's
ain't gotta go
acting
back
like
in
that.
there. Just help us.
I won't
get
worry
in.
about it. If I can see the
Oh,
messages on the screen,
well-
it's fine.
All right, I suppose I owe you a debt of gratitude. The laboratory is right outside this chamber and to the right.
Okay then. Tube of liquid. Is that the fuel?
There's a blue liquid inside this tube. Liquid nitrogen, perhaps?
What is this? A liquid nitrogen spray.
A portable instafreeze. Neat.
I'll take it.
No resonance.
Is there any resonance on Otis?
Not sure I want to do
Schrodinger's
that.
chat? Yeah, pretty much.
I'm telling you, one got away.
Yeah, I'm just... is anyone else's chat having a moment? Ooh, a gas canister. Or is it like...
Come to Papa.
Is it just on my
Sweet
end?
Gasoline.
Like, can you see messages coming through the stream chat? And can you see them coming through the screen? I'd hate for Twitch to have, like, a moment now. That would be really annoying. Looks fine from here. Okay, good. Yeah, both places show up. That's good. It's just me then. That's not to worry then. Alright, let's... There we go.
Drink up, big buddy. There you go.
Don't phrase it like that. Hell yeah.
I've gotten the engine to run. At least now. Any loud noises would be covered by the engine's humming.
Okay. Can we go up here as well? And pull this one? Aha! I don't know what this is, but it looks promising.
I'm gonna call it Alice.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Not helping.
Okay, we've made some kind of progress. I don't exactly know how, though. I think maybe we need to do something with the hatch. Hold on. Possibly like something like this?
No. I won't freeze that.
Okay. I think the hatch just looks in here, actually. Come on. Are these like backers or something? Or devs, perhaps? I think this was a Kickstarted game. Okay. I don't think any of these are useful.
It's that kid, Priscilla. Hey kid, I think I thought of a way to get us past those huge doors, but I need you to trust me, okay?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna need that gun of yours.
Fine, I trust you. Do not let me down.
Jesus Christ.
That's a promise, Priscilla.
Okay. We now have a gun. Can we spray this?
Yeah, no. Not helping. It's been a while, but here goes.
Oh, okay. Just make glass rain onto that child. Very responsible.
I got rid of the glass above the door to the lab. Seeing as you're the only one with suction cups, think you could do us a solid and get inside the lab through there?
Oh dear, I suppose I can. To be perfectly honest, I'm shaking in my non-existent boots just at the thought of going back in there.
Come on, you can do it, Otis.
Yeah, you
I love
got it.
Otis already,
I
actually.
appreciate your support, dear friends. All right, here I go.
Oh. Those noises.
Oh dear. Oh Lord. Oh, it's all coming back now. The pits. The horrible pits. The non-dries. Their horrible gnashing and gnawing and... Oh, this is too much to bear. Oh God, what is that? Oh, what do you know? It's a coin. Oh, and of course, no pockets to put it in. Great. Oh God, the abominations. Focus, Otis. Focus. All right, it's open.
Wow. Thanks, Otis.
Had a bit of a
You were
moment there.
incredibly
Poor guy.
brave.
Yes, could I please go now? There are horrible things in there, and I don't wish to spend another second in their vicinity.
Where are you headed to, Otis?
It appears I really have no place to go, do I?
Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Look, here's my office back in Darkham. The key's under the doormat. Make yourself at home until you, think things through, all right?
We've adopted an
How
octopus
exactly
man.
is he going to make it there without attracting attention?
You're right. Hey, I have an idea. Priscilla, you should mail him to my address. You know, like a pet or something.
Mail
We
it?
want
What?
to see the laboratory and save the fishies.
You said it yourself. Otis is sort of a fishy, and he needs your help. Once you mail him, you can come back and we'll explore together. What do you say?
I mean, I guess you're right.
Adoptopus.
But don't explore
Oh, yeah.
too much without me, you hear?
You can count on me, partner.
Don't get ahead of yourself. See ya!
Many thanks again. All the best. It's jolly good to get a second chance, isn't it? So many opportunities.
Like?
Let's see here. Why I could be on telly, my dear. The one true talking head out there.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
See, little one, always keep a positive outlook. Ew, ow. Just a second. Stepped in some oily thing here. Ew. Well, I guess it's slithered, actually, isn't it?
You're funny, Otis.
Well, that was surreal.
Well then.
All right, let's see what secrets this place holds.
Okay. Let's go. Hey, Tenwin, how are you doing? Uh-huh. Central device.
Its only feature is a big red button.
I want to press the big red button.
That button's begging to be pressed.
I want to press it.
I don't like my chances of surviving that. Gotta think of another way.
Aww.
Press this button, worm, and we all die.
Okay, fair enough. Imposing door, pits, and a panel. I guess the panel is probably the thing we need to inspect.
A plain, scratched metal panel of sorts. Looks stuck in place.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. I have a crowbar.
K-Type's got leverage.
Okay.
It seems to control some kind of security apparatus. Probably put in place in case one of those creatures escapes. Looks like a view of this room from above. And there's a cage hanging overhead.
You can put the cage on different things. Huh. Does that actually add the cage, or is that like... Why do these games always have crowbars? Because crowbars are like the most diverse, one of the most diverse items you can get in an adventure game. Like crowbars, ropes, they're like the kind of two of them. Boxes of matches. Crowbars, ropes, and boxes of matches. They're like your three items that come up in like nearly every game. Because Half-Life. Hey, Gibbous! Oh, Stuck in Attic, how are you guys doing? We're just doing this control panel puzzle. Which I'm trying to figure out.
Huh. So the button opens both the door and the monster's pits. Devious.
I see.
That's one monstrosity secured, and all the rest of them loose.
Huh.
That's
Okay.
one monstrosity secured, and all the rest of them loose.
Hey, you back? So it looks like there's here and here. Maybe. Oh, no, I don't know. Trying to have a look. Examine crowbar in inventory. Actually, I haven't done that.
Sturdy crowbar could prove very useful. There's a small engraving on it. If lost,
Also,
please
vegetarian
return
high
to
five.
GM.
Nice! High five! Inspect the pits. I that was going to be my next step, yeah. It's nice to see her either way.
Another pit. Another unseen creature writhing at the bottom. It's a dark, deep pit, but down there I can just make out something wrong. Squirming around.
Oh, that's probably about right. Really wanted to add a pendulum. Oh, pendulums are great. We haven't used the liquid nitrogen spray yet. It does make me wonder.
I don't like. Gotta think. Looks like this door somehow slides into the wall. No visible handle.
My brain is doing its thing where it's just trying to figure things out now. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Icy Buttons. 2 months? Just happily sub for 2 months and we've got a steady gig for the next 6 months, so should be hanging around for at least that long. Awesome. Glad to hear it. See, cooking. Yeah, it's cooking. I don't think there's anything different on any specific one. I don't think so. Unless...
That's all the creeps loose, but at least I'm safe once I press this button.
Yeah, I was thinking like...
I don't see a better option.
This just seems like the best choice right now. So what is this, like, Shoggoths? I think it's Shoggoths in the resonance. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at those pretty boys. I'm just gonna... Freeze! Okay. I was waiting to be able to use the nitrogen spray. How are they not reaching through the bars? Well, you know. Gotta have a little bit of plot armor. Oh, that was easy. Have you ever faced with an eldritch abomination?
I hate to admit it, but I was shaken.
Just freeze him.
Experiments or not, scientific reality or abhorrent supernatural nightmare. These horrible blobs of flesh, limb, and rot existed. I could still smell their indescribable presence, even though they were all gone. God knows where. It really takes a lot to shake me, but I was shaken.
Not stirred, though. Maybe the bars are tasty. Maybe. Alright.
I was inside the butcher's inner sanctum, and I'd expected this place to be lousy with guts and gore and parts and pieces, but this wasn't that. This was, well, colorful. Colorful in a way that makes a Joe uneasy, and it set me to wondering what this guy had for triangles. So many triangles.
I like those triangles. Alright, what have we got in this room? That is a lot to interact with. Okay. Let's explore.
I've noticed these dust mounds everywhere around here. A strange device.
Okay. A loose handle. Can grab that. Left wing painting.
A painting of a wing. Stylistically, very similar to the central piece.
Interesting.
Reminded me of the ones what disappeared from underneath Vlad's castle.
Is this game going to be on my next YouTube video? No, my next YouTube video is Monkey Island 2. Which I'm slowly editing at the moment because it's a really long video. It feels like it's taking forever to get through this video, but I'm getting there. I've nearly finished the audio now. I said nearly finished. I've almost gotten to the end of like part 2 in talking about it. So I need to lay out the audio for part 3 and then the finale and the conclusion. And then that's the video laid out audio-wise and I can edit it. But yeah, Monkey Island 2 is the next one.
Some kind of control panel looks embedded in this area of the wall, along with the shelves.
That is a pretty accurate subtitle. Shut down. Yeah, Monkey Island 2 is going to be the biggest video. I don't think Curse,
so
Escape, or
bad.
Tales will reach that length when I get around to them. Okay.
Left. Point left.
Binge watching all the seasons. That's nice. Thank you.
An assortment of books, but they're all written in what's either an alphabet
I wouldn't
unknown to
rule
me
out
or
talking about this
code.
game in a review in the future, but I don't have any plans for it just yet. We'll see.
An assortment of books, but they're all written in what's either an alphabet unknown to me or code.
Instruments, eh?
I'm not touching them.
Okay.
Of all the things in here, those alone seem to justify this nutter's nickname.
Openings.
A couple of vertical openings. Something's missing here.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah, this fits. But if this is a power generator, it might make for a shocking experience.
Alright. Shock-free handle. I can go back. Let's look at the papers. Right. Is that Amharic? Okay. Looks like it.
As tempting as it is, I'll pass.
Okay.
This must be the butcher's desk. I stared at the Kraken head, and it seemed to stare back at me with its big red eyes.
Oh,
A
excuse
little
me.
Unsettling, I had to silently say to myself.
I wonder if we can put it in the strange dust.
What am I thinking?
I don't know. Thank you, Eback, and thank you, Raz. Oh. Pebbles, huh?
Yeah, I might need these.
Pebbles. Thank you, Hotshot Dan, and a piece of wood. Can I leave this area, or am I? Is this like? Okay, so everything we need is in these 2 areas. Hey, Tony. We need to make this safe somehow. Can I power tool this?
Nothing to use this on here.
How's the game going? Going pretty good. Fought off some shoggoths. Hey, thanks for the 5-bit cheer. MCS04T. And you say H. H to you too.
No idea how to use this. Seems to be out of power.
Okay, well, I guess the thing is we need to find something.
I don't see an opening to stick it into.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Like maybe
I've put a nice round hole in it.
put this in there. There we go.
All right, got myself a shock-free switch.
It's a 0. No. Okay, but you know, sometimes people still say zeros as O's. Like, you know, back in 04, people do say that. Or, you know, 007, as an example. Yeah, exactly, Raz. Zeros can be said as O's.
Yes, Power's back on.
All right. That's one thing sorted. This is a strange looking place.
It quickly cycles through some biological imagery. No idea how to use this.
The perfect triangle.
As tempting.
All right. Oh, God. Okay. Did I hear about the new 007 game? I did, yeah. It seems like it'd be interesting. There is no good James Bond game and just shoot with a James Bond coat of paint. I mean, I guess that's fair, but I do like Nightfire a lot. So you can put symbols in, okay. And then you can rotate them too, okay. I see. I'm just putting random stuff in right now, but I'm guessing we need to... Yeah, there's a new 007 game coming from the creators of the Hitman games, which seems like it'd be really interesting. I saw, I think it was Nitrorad pointed out that it could mean that they're going in sort of like a more gadget, stealth kind of direction, which would be really interesting, considering most 007 games have been, have just been shooters, really. They've just been, like Ebak was saying, they are just pretty much shooters. There's nothing technically spy about them. Like, you could pretty much call it something else and it would still, it would still work. They haven't before? I don't really think they have they? I can't think of one. I'm just going to put random symbols in and see what happens. Okay. Right. Let's look at the papers then. Right, okay. MCHK is the symbols here. We still got these pebbles. Honestly, I have no idea right now.
As it's littered with discarded pages full of gibberish or code.
Yeah, there's probably... Okay, hold on. Maybe this will help. Nope. Maybe this will help?
Worms. Worms. Flies.
That did not help. Oh, okay, hold on.
Moths to the flame.
Okay. I think these letters correspond to a letter of the alphabet. And I think it's MCHK. I think that's what that is. But
it's a stylized painting of a human head. Red veins ran all over the hideous head, seeming to pulsate right under the skin, despite the fact that this was just a painting. I don't think I'd hang this thing above my work desk, no matter the circumstances.
I might need to write some stuff down here to kind of get this figured out. Oh, give me a second. Let me find my post-it notes. Okay. Ugh. I wish there was a way to zoom in to get a closer look.
Human. You dragon.
Hold on, how many letters are there? Okay, when I look at this, there's 7 by 3, 21, plus 5, 26. Each one of these probably corresponds to a different letter of the alphabet. I think that's H. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. They actually look like the English letters there. L, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay. I think this is the alphabet, but we have to kind of figure out the. Hold on, does this change when? No. Maybe we need to find like a 6-letter word.
Do as father tells you, little one.
Father. Father is a 6-letter word. But I don't know what the orientations of the... Okay. Cthulhu isn't 6 letters. No, it isn't because you're missing the H. Look at my username. ULHU. There's a second H in there. And then R, I think, is this. What would the orientation be? Central control panel, huh? I think I spotted this before.
It's definitely a control panel. Controlling what? That remains to be seen.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Maybe we put MCHK in here. H-I-J-K. Okay.
All shall come together at the right time.
It's a book.
Nothing on the cover but a triangle. This better not be written in gibberish.
It's not gibberish, it's code. Oh, hold on. I think that says left control. Left control? Hold on. No, left. Oh. Okay. So that's kind of like a T. Not a T. Let's see if I can draw these. These are all in left-facing triangles. And then there's and then this is like that, and then like a little Y inside that with this, and this. Okay, we got that Let's see. I think this goes on the left. And they all point towards the left as well, like this. So that is a... What are we looking for? That's B. Oh, I already got the right one on that. B, A. And then this one is, I think, this. B. Okay. What is this puzzle? It's code. I actually quite like this kind of puzzle. Basically, like, the symbols correspond to an alphabet. As somebody who grew up with Bionicle, and Bionicle has their own alphabet like this, I can kind of get my head around it really well. Is it technical in there? Oh, it's torn fabric. Never mind.
It's a small piece of ripped cloth caught on the edge here. I really don't need it. Maybe just its story.
Okay, then.
Idiot! Left toward the bay, right toward the EOD.
EOD.
Get it through your thick skull.
That's easy enough. Oh, hold on. Whoops.
Right. Point right.
Okay. So I get it to point right, and then we need E or D. A, B, C, D, E. O is this one, and D is this one. That's pretty simple, really. Aha! Oh, goodness.
And what did we do? Trusted the butcher, put our faith in the carnifex, double-crossed by that freak, denying the dreamer his meal, running away with it. That was his payment for our stupid, misplaced loyalty. How do you think this looks like in the eyes of Father Dagon, huh? And I tell you right now...
I do quite like code puzzles. If I'm being honest,
it is as clear
there's
as
something about
pure
them that is just really
seawater
fun to
me
figure out.
That the starry knowledge was always behind that lunatic. I know some of you do not see the starry fools as a threat. Ha! You think me mad? You think I am making this up?
I don't really think about you much
This
at all.
very night, a false preacher was spouting blasphemies about Mother Hydra and Father Dagon right outside the Finland
Oh, yeah.
House. Good thing a true believer cast the first stone. Well, egg. And the crowd swiftly dealt with the poisonous snake.
A
But it
poisonous
happened.
snake.
Truly, it has happened in our fishmouth during our festival.
I haven't played Armor Krog. And to be honest, I'm not really keen on supporting Doug TenNapel these days anyway. Guy's kind of a jerk. I think I was excited about Armor Krog when it was announced, but at that point I didn't really know much about Doug TenNapel as a person.
Repent in the face of Father Dagon.
I mean, I know his work has nothing to do with his views, but it makes me uncomfortable to like support someone like that. So I won't. The Neverhood isn't like available anywhere to buy, so I don't feel bad playing that game. But
Butcher,
anything newer, I don't think I'd support him on, personally.
how did we even
Also-
trust him with a moniker like that?
Hold on. Okay. What can we hit here then? Hold on. Oh wow, that's a lot of cultists.
They can curse you.
Step up! Step up and offer yourself, and maybe yet appease him. Huh?
What are we doing here? I think we're causing...
That's strange.
I tell you, brethren, these insidious story knowledge maggots know no shame, and be not fooled.
Oh,
They
hold
have
on.
infiltrated our ranks.
Okay. I think they say different things when you throw a pebble at them.
Son of a squid.
So it's only like the front row-ish.
Stars fall on you.
Isn't it the end of the game? It seems like it is. I don't know.
Huh?
Stars, I thought these guys were all about fish.
Sacrifices. Yes.
Hunter curse you.
Sacrifices will be necessary. Huh?
Hunter.
Oh.
Enough of this masquerade!
Oh, well, we got
I
it.
knew it! Treason!
There has been one true god, you fish-loving heathens, and his name is the Haunter.
How dare you speak that name in the House of Dagon?
You broke into our temple and stole the Trapezohedron. Now you're going to
Cutscenes,
pay.
yeah.
We'll feed you to the fish!
Give us the book.
No, you
Get a-
give us the book!
Oh my God, little kid, what are you doing?
Oh no.
We the fishes
Oh god. Is that a slowed down Wilhelm scream? Well then. That was definitely a situation.
As Rome burned and Nero watched and fiddled, so too we witnessed the fish take vengeance on the fishermen.
Oh man.
Not sure it's the right comparison.
This
Mr.
fish must
Bizarra.
been.
I'm just worried about the kid.
Oh, she's fine.
No need, Gramps. I'm well and happy. No one's hurting the fishies anymore. And their bellies are nice and full now.
You really shouldn't have witnessed that. Except you sort of made it happen.
Well, it's all over now, Grandpa. Look, water's draining and the fishies are returning home. A perfect ending of the festival for everyone. Hooray!
Don't call me Grandpa.
Okie doke. I'll be on my way. Before Mom and Dad and Grandma notice that I'm missing. It's been fun. See you around.
Take care, kid.
Alright then.
Crazy world we live in, huh, Mr. Basara? Thank you for your business, by the way.
I sincerely don't know whether thanks are in order. I'm more confused with each passing hour, but my resolve grows stronger.
Okay.
So, what are you doing in this building of all places? Keeping tabs on the Esoteric Order? Looking for Olmstein? Sightseeing?
You might joke about the sightseeing, but that is part of why I'm here. All across this accursed world, the storm rages ever more powerful, and I strongly expect some kind of sign soon.
What sign? And why here of all places?
Maybe a reason for a bell to ring through a terrible storm.
News sure does travel fast.
This is the highest steeple in Fishmouth, with the grandest, most resonant bell in miles. This is where I'll wait for a sign, for as long as it takes.
And awaken the beast? How do we know that's a good thing?
We don't, but it is written, so it shall come to be.
This could be the start of a fascinating philosophical debate. If only we had time.
Let's get some
I need
answers.
answers. I need to know what the hell's going on here.
Ask.
Alright. Dialogue time.
Help us find and stop this butcher, Barnabas.
I don't think we're quite done yet.
Carnifex terribilis. What did you find out from scouring Fishmouth in its festival hours, Seeker?
The butcher was definitely in cahoots with. The Starry Knowledge Cult.
Doubtful.
Wait, no. I mean... the Esoteric Order of Dagon. I'm convinced he used them to raise some kind of sea creature, codenamed MCHK.
The Hafgufa. And what of its purpose?
The meal. That's what they called it. These EOD kooks thought they were raising the sea monster as an edible tribute to Dagon.
They trusted the butcher. Huh.
He obviously took his meal, this MCHK, whatever it is, and escaped. Question is, where'd he go? Any ideas?
Not exactly, but keep this in mind. Olmstein always watches, and always leaves something behind to push you in the right direction.
Well, ain't that nice of him. There is this sign that's associated with Olmstein. Tell me what you think it means.
Could be the visual representation.
Do they still make Bionicles?
Of a
No.
formula,
Bionicle
constellation.
had a...
Could be a map.
Well, it originally ended in 2010,
Thanks.
but was revived for a couple of years in 2015 and 2016. But the second wave, second generation, didn't do very well. So Lego kind of decided that Bionicle is just not really worth investing in anymore. Does it mean it might not ever come back in the future? There's a strong possibility that they could do something next year for its 20th anniversary, but I wouldn't count on it.
I've come across terrible things in the butcher's pits. What were they?
B.O.
It is clear to me that Fishmouth holds more secrets than can be dug at in this small window of time we have, and time is not on our side.
Not since we found that damn Necronomicon.
Some use it to spawn horrible monsters. Some to make cats speak.
Some might say it's the same thing. How do we fix that?
What Ormstein allowed, Ormstein can undo. Find the enemy, thwart his plans, and Ormstein will reward you.
Do I still make Lego sets?
I
don't
wish I
have
had your confidence, Barnabas.
Oh, I have like a whole bunch of unbuilt Lego sets that I want to get around to building at some point. I just haven't gotten around to building them recently because I don't really have a lot of space to put them on right now. Like, look, you see that shelf is pretty full up of Lego stuff. As soon as I get more space, I'll probably start building more of them again. Or maybe I'll like move some around and put some of the sets away. But I do have a few sets that I want to build, and I want to build them on stream at some point. I have an X-Wing, like a full-size proper X-Wing, which is well, not full-size obviously, but you know, minifig scale X-Wing, which is like a pretty decently sized set that I want to build at some point. I've got the Doctor Who set, which was a Lego Ideas thing from a few years ago to build. I've got one of the Lego movie ones to build, like a sort of little spaceship thing. And one of the hidden side ones, I think it's like a diner, like a little sort of fish diner of sorts. I have those for. I'd like to do them at some point. I just need to set some time aside and do those streams.
I don't have time for this.
I do want to do the Who set like on stream at some point. Maybe that'll be one of my like goals for when I do the what's it called? The charity thing that me and Wade are going to be doing. I forgot the name of it. What's the name of it again? My brain is too filled up with puzzles from this game. It's pushed that out. Game Blast, that's it. Yeah, in a few months' time, I'm going to be doing something called Game Blast, which is like a charity thing, and I'm going to be doing it with my friend Wade FTW and probably a few other people. We're going to have different goals for different contributions, and I reckon I'll probably put the Doctor Who set as like as a stream for a contribution goal. So if you can get the charity sort of contribution goal up to like, I don't know how much, like 250 or 500, I will do a stream of that. So, but there'll be more incentives. And I'll make sure to announce more about it close at the time. But we're just kind of planning it out at the moment.
I've got to go. I got to meet Buzz and Peace and try to put the pieces together.
The other guide you. Do your best to find out where the butcher is headed and put an end to his plans, whatever they are.
Okay.
I will stay here and...
Wait for a sign. See ya, Barney.
Don't call me that.
All right. We got
Hey,
quite a
kids.
crew going now.
He's back. Nice place you've got here, Don.
Glad to see you made it all right, buddy.
Scared the living daylights out of us. No offense, dude.
taken.
Yeah, Fishmouth was interesting. Met your dad finally, Peace.
Oh yeah? Is he alright?
He's good. He's in a steeple, waiting for a sign.
Sounds like Dad.
Can we please skip the niceties and put our heads together?
Right. I made my way into the butcher's laboratory.
Ah! Sorry, bad flashback. Would you please excuse me?
Sure thing, Otis. Go get some rest.
There he goes.
The butcher. He wasn't still there, was he?
I just missed him.
What did you find that could be relevant?
MCHK seemed to be an important acronym.
What's that about?
3 regular people, a talking cat, and now a squidman. Yep.
I've got a theory. MC might stand for...
Massive creature?
Massive creature? I mean, that's what it supposedly is. As for HK...
Half Goofa King?
Half Goofa King? Massive creature, half Goofa King. I might be very wrong on that. Either way, he apparently used the cult to get the monster bred and fed, and then ran away with it to who knows where.
The half-goofa. What will he do with it?
Huge biological weapon under your control. I can think of a number of things.
Oh boy. We need to get this guy.
That's great and all, but you know, my problem? Remember what this is really all about?
Yeah.
The butcher and Olmstein? There's a connection there.
We gotta stop always being one step behind him.
Okay.
The festival. Fishmouth really knows how to party. What I can say for sure is that the Esoteric Order's been brought down a few notches. And so is the Starry Knowledge Cult.
Nice going, man.
Wasn't me who did it. It was a short, weird little girl who really loves her fishies.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, other than that, I'm afraid Fishmouth and its creepy inhabitants remain a mystery. For now. The stabilizing element. Olmstein's constant.
What did that say again?
A terrible storm and 3 bells ringing throughout it shall awaken the beast.
What are your thoughts on it?
The end of all this. What Peace said when I called you guys. It makes sense. I just don't know that I want all this to end with a beast awakening.
None of us really do.
I stand by my conviction. Just like the Necronomicon, this is all just ever-changing chaos. So Olmstein wrote the ending down and set it in stone.
Wrote the ending? What does that even mean?
He is not like us. Can't you grasp the concept of divinity? If he wrote it down, it will happen.
Oh, man.
Where are we on Olmstein's sign?
I'm stumped. What do you think it could be?
A constellation? Oh.
Constellation?
So that was the first thing we thought.
How did the
of, but
detective
it
lose
doesn't
his
match
shoes?
known stars.
Still feels like something.
I think it happened in the explosion,
above.
and then he was like, I don't want to have like
Wait,
only
I
one
have an
shoe, so he just left
know where that mouse
the
was.
shoes behind. Oh, okay, we're on a computer now.
I'm not prying into Don's personal files. I'm not prying into
What am I
Don's
clicking on?
personal files.
Okay, this. Uh-huh. Okay, what about... Say, so... Where is Transylvania on the map, though? Well, hold on.
Maybe it's a map.
Yeah.
There was a bell in Paris. There was a bell in Forum Maris. Don, you said my dad's in a steeple in Fishmouth. There's a bell there, too. What do you know? It's Point Nemo!
Point what?
Point Nemo?
Earth's pole of inaccessibility. It's the one point in the ocean that's farthest from any land. There should be nothing there.
Maybe look it up in recent news on that, the thing there.
Looking it up on the thing. Okay, what I'm finding are crazy conspiracy theories about expeditions to Point Nemo going back
I guess
more
we
than
go
a
have to
century.
find Nemo
Anything
now.
remotely recent?
Have you seen my son?
Decades ago, a ship called the Alert, rumored to be carrying a huge cargo of
Don is so
explosives,
behind. Well, yeah, he's like
never
meant to be like a,
returned,
you know,
apparently.
Sounds,
20th
encouraging.
century
So we
detective.
got 3 bells
So
plus
he's
Point
like
Nemo.
not
That's
in
got to
with
be it.
21st century
We're
technology.
going, right?
Hold
It's
your
pretty
horses,
funny.
buddy. Say we go there. What do we do about the bells?
I can get a hold of Vlad.
I can find a way to reach Dad.
I got Serge eaten out of my palm, so I'm sure we can coordinate. Ring them all at once. We can awaken the beast, but do we want to? Or does that help the butcher?
Think about it. If he ran away with it, it means that the butcher's in control of this monster. This beast, right? Just a theory, but these bells might snap the creature out of it.
Yeah, 3 bells ringing thousands of miles away. Completely realistic.
No, it makes a lot of sense and it fits the constant. Let's get in touch with all 3 of them and tell them to, wait for a sign. We're a creative bunch. We'll come up with something should we need to, right?
Preparedness has always been our forte. What do I really have to lose at this point? The end of the world it is.
It's just the farthest point from land. Doesn't really end there.
It doesn't, huh? Tell me more.
This is gonna be one long trip.
All right. Okay. Boat noises. And, sea and seagulls. This is pretty interesting. Ah, there we go.
Ladies and gents, it's kinda crazy, but we're really here.
As far away from civilization as humanly possible.
Okay.
Not just humanly.
Oh, right.
3 months worth of rent money says what we're looking for is on the top of that mountain over there.
I don't know. Did you see that crazy looking beach? I think our best bet is to split up and...
Search for clues?
Well, yeah, actually.
It might increase our chances of finding this butcher.
I feel like I missed something.
How about we take the mountain?
Oh, Cat, I hope you brought sunblock, because it's time to hit the beach.
Buzz, don't make this worse than it has to be.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
Nervous?
Okay, scared. I'm really, really freaking scared.
Let's do this. And whoever finds the butcher first? Actually, I don't know. Fingers crossed.
All right then. This seems like the finale area to me. Chapter 7, Point Nemo. And we're back as Buzz.
Point Nemo. Hopefully, it all ends here, once and for all.
Is it me, or does this place seem off somehow? And for some reason, that huge, not quite full moon up there is particularly bothersome.
Gibbous.
What?
Gibbous. Almost but not quite fully revealed.
Chapter 7,
It's what you
Guybrush
call
kicks
that kind
butt.
of moon.
Whatever you say, Madam Scientist. Let's just...
Dramatic zoom? Oh! Well
Oh,
then.
What? What is this?
Oh no.
I don't know, but you look repulsive.
Okay.
What is this? What have I turned into?
You sort of look like discarded deli meat slapped together.
No! What? This is not me.
Oh,
You
no.
just got transformed, against your will, into something you despise.
No big deal.
Sucks, huh?
I'm an abomination, Kitty. But I didn't even do anything.
What did you just
Oh,
walk
God.
into?
Oh no.
You
think
this
this is
guy's just turned
permanent?
into a creature of... Oh. And now
Apparently
he
not.
is pixely.
What now? What do I look like now?
Basic? Blocky?
Everything is squares. I'm squares. Ah!
Oh no. Oh, I don't like that.
Whoa.
That is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I kind of prefer the previous look, to be honest.
What fresh hell? What even am I?
Some kind of you're like, I give up.
I feel a panic attack coming.
This place is really doing a number on you.
Okay, we're back to normal. That was weird.
Wait, I'm back. Oh, praise the infinite universe. I am back. Oh, that was scariest.
I hate to be the ever cynical one, but I have a bad feeling. I think it's...
What?
Yep, it's cyclical.
No.
The bad news is you seem to keep transforming. The good news, it's only happening to you.
What can we do, Kitty?
Suck it up and press on, Kerwin.
Oh, you're right. Let's keep going.
I guess we'll just have to... Oh, no.
Bizarre moss-covered monoliths are strewn all over this beach.
I'm assuming different forms will have different abilities in some way.
Apparently that's what they call a gibbous moon.
Ah,
Almost completely
gibbous
visible,
moon.
but not quite.
Can I name the way to skin a cat? Why would I want to?
Were I more literarily inclined, I'd say that it's almost metaphoric in a way. I'm sort of focused down here, actually. She's cooled me enough on moon phases today.
Can I use this archway? Okay.
Huh. Made it through. Come on, kitty.
This is a weird archway. So maybe I can go like through like this?
Something's stopping me from passing through this arch.
Okay. I think I have to wait for the hyper-realistic one then? Oh god, the animation on that is very bizarre. And this one we'll wait for okay, yeah, it's pretty simple. Wait for the sort of squishy form. Come on. There we go. Use it. Eh. And then pixely form. There we go.
So, at least we're putting this insanity to use somehow.
Just keep going, please.
Not going further without Kid A.
Oh.
That's where we need to make it to. Man, I hope Dawn and Peace have it easier than us.
Okay, I need to get Kitty somehow. I have to figure this out somehow. I mean, head back through and see what I can do then.
So,
just keep...
God, that walk cycle. Looks like a soccer ball. I don't want to do that. Have I got any items? Have I got the Necronomicon? Okay. Oof. Wait, what? How come it won't let me through? That was weird. I don't know why it was acting like that. Come on. Alright, there we go. No, no, no. Go back through. Why is it being weird?
something's stopping me from
I don't know what's
passing
doing
through
that.
this arch.
That is, it's being very strange. I think actually using the archway is kind of initiating the pass-through one-way function. I'm not sure why it's doing that. A lot of waiting here. No, keep going. Okay. No, get off the... Okay. There we go.
Huh, come on. Kitty, help me out. How do we get past these arches?
It's got to have something to.
Huh, by the way, I think I feel the Necronomicon, vibrate.
Maybe it's just you, shaking in your pants?
Maybe.
Why won't Kitty come with me? Is this being weird? I don't know what's going on here. I'm assuming she needs to get on here and then go across, but... Huh.
Huh. Made it through. Come on, Kitty. Kitty, how do we...
It's.
Huh. By the way, I think...
Maybe it's.
I don't understand.
I can't...
Why is this not functioning? There's nothing else I can click on. Am I missing something here? There's nothing else to click on, and Kitty doesn't seem to want to join us. I don't think the Necronomicon helps, but I'm not sure if... I don't know.
It's...
I don't think we can use it on anything.
I feel some kind of...
Oh, hold on. Go across.
So, at least...
Just keep going, please.
See, I can't go this way.
Not go...
Until Kitty is here. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hopefully we'll get there.
I can't pass...
Hold on. I think I might have figured it out. I think you have to use Kitty on the... Okay, I think I got it. You have to... Because there's a button to have Kitty either use or comment on something, so... Hold on.
So...
Just...
Hold on. Can you get through here? Okay. Let's wait for that one.
I can't...
Can I Necronomicon her? I don't know. Maybe? Oh! Yes, you can.
Whoa.
What the heck did you do, Kerwin?
It worked. The Necronomicon actually worked on you.
Did you think I wasn't going through enough already? Look at me!
I know. But this might be helpful.
Okay, we need to get this sort of hyper-realistic version. No, that's Pixel.
I hate you, Buzz.
Good to know you stay the same regardless of definition.
And then this one should be the right one, I think. Oh yeah, that is bizarre.
Oh no. This is insulting.
I don't know. You actually look kind of cute.
Shut up, you monster.
All right. And then we gotta wait for... Okay. Now. Come through. And then we need her to be...
Well, at least you can turn me back to normal.
Yep, okay. And then get Kit A to come through. This is a little bit slow, this process, but it works. I think we got this. Okay. Alright, there we go. It's gonna wait for... Actually, you know what? You go through there. I'll wait for my transformation into the pixel version. Alright. Alright. We got it. I wish you could just transform Buzz at will. That would make this a little bit less time consuming. But oh well. Just have to wait for the right moment. Alright, let's go. Okay.
So, at least we're putting this insanity to use somehow.
Just...
And then get Kitty back to normal. Alright. And let's go. Tedious? A little bit. It kind of reminds you of that last bit in Sanitarium, actually. It'd be easier to kind of do it at will.
It's like this stone thing with holes in it.
It's
That's
called a steel.
How do you know these things? Those holes, though, looks like it might have a function.
Yeah.
Hey, can you try and see if that thing activates?
I don't think I have enough limbs.
I can fix that.
Hey, can you try and see if that thing activates?
Oh, God. That's kind of horrifying. Yeah, it wasn't too difficult. Okay. Cthulhu, yeah. She probably shouldn't have opened her mouth about enough limbs. Yeah, I know. Alright. Waiting for that smoke to dissipate, weren't we?
Repulsive, but pretty darn useful.
Huh.
A pretty badly damaged statue of a humanoid holding a sword.
I'm gonna change Kitty into something a bit less horrifying.
I think she's helped. I don't know how to.
Alright. Well, let's go this way. Oh.
Oh, what the heck is this now?
Oh, boy. Uh-huh. This is the thing. Oh. This is
gigantic
strange.
pits, and there's bubbling lava down there. Encouraging.
What's this magic circle?
A magic-looking circle. It's on that disgusting throbbing island there.
Huh. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that the...
Doesn't seem to do anything by itself. I think we'll have to work together on this one, Kid A.
All right, I trust you. I'm officially in full collab mode.
Whoa. okay. Unlight it? I don't know.
Oh, I think I got it.
I still don't get it.
It's the states. The states need to fit. Come on, we got this.
Oh, okay. I think I got this. Uh-huh. And then like this. And hold on. I need to wait to transform, I think. Can I do that? Oh, hey, here we go, here we go. Wait for... Yep, here we go. And then teleport to there. And wait for the original one. Actually, hold on. Wait. No, wait, yeah. Hold on. And here we go. Oh, and then we need one from here as well, I think. Hold on. There we go.
Is this wretched world prepared for him? Not likely, not likely.
This seems promising. Okay, let's go. Have we been transformed back to normal as well? I think Kit is still pixely. Yeah, it's the Olmstein sign. Alright, just walk all the way over there. Okay. It's a pixely situation. Can you fit in here?
I can't budget, so Kitty can't either.
I gotta wait for the right transformation on this one, I think. Neat. Disgusting, horrifying, and disorienting, but neat. Yeah.
I don't stand a chance of even budging it. There's no great. A massive slab of stone is blocking my progress. There's a peculiar indentation in it. Blocked progress. Story of my life.
We can still go back though. I wonder. We can go back to here. Looks like a stick. Of sorts, yeah. It kind of looks like this.
It looks pretty firmly attached to the spheroid. I don't know how to. I think she's helped. It looks... Nah, there... That sword looks really neat.
I want it.
I think she's... Looks like a statue.
Perhaps if I use it on this. Aha! Okay. Oh god. The spooky mode has a function like that. Nice. That's actually a pretty good puzzle. I like that. Like changing the form of, like, it's already been established that you can change the form of something. So as soon as you see something familiar but in a different form, you're like, it kind of clicks together. Yeah, that technical pickup was not pleasant. All right. Now that we've got the branch but in block form, we can put this in here. Okay then. Okay. I'm assuming this one corresponds with that, and then the regular version corresponds with that, but I don't exactly know what I need to do here yet, so... And Kitty can do a little bit. Oh no! Well, that's okay.
Kitty! Are you dead? Are you alive in there?
Still kicking, Schrodinger.
I was thinking they might make a Schrodinger joke.
Can you breathe? What do we do?
Yeah, I can breathe all right. There are mechanisms inside this thing.
That's good to hear, because I see nothing on my end here.
We can't let this slow us down, Buzz. Try and figure out your way forward while I work on this.
On it.
Right. Well, the signs are all gone on there, so... Oh, hi? Hi?
These are the final words of Captain Johansson of the Alert.
Right.
I don't have any kind of recording device. I only hope this ungodly place with all its strained magic will somehow retain my last utterances. Whoever you are, if you can hear this, know that this wretched place you've made your way to must be wiped off the face of the earth. That is what me and my shipmates on the Alert came here to do. Once we
don't think you
deciphered the
succeeded
sign,
though, did you?
We left Oslo for Point Nemo with a ship full of explosives and fuses, hell-bent on destroying this island where the evil book is at its most powerful. I won't waste my breath on my exploits concerning the Necronomicon. If you are here, you must be aware of the generations it has tricked into playing its awful roles, and then led here to be made to disappear. When we embarked on this journey, we knew full well of the dozens that have failed before us. However, we have accomplished more than any of them. This horrible island is surrounded by active underwater volcanoes, and I can only hope that we've managed to rig them all to explode to trigger their eruption. We have started with the detonator on the highest mountain peak and worked our way down. It did not come without sacrifices. The crew was driven crazy by the monstrosity of what they kept transforming into. By the time we were setting charges underwater, myself and First Mate Green were the only sane men left. That's when we saw it. My God, we had found more than we had bargained for. The thing that should not be. We were driven mad with fear. I fled in terror, and somehow clawed my way into this hall. I am probably on the side of the island we had not explored, and I see no way out of this hall where my bones will find their final resting place. I can only hope that Green set all the fuses before he lost his mind. Or his life.
Guess not.
If someone ever hears this, the detonator on the highest peak, bury this place and the horror that slumbers beneath.
You got it, Chief. Pile of bones. Let's look at this pile of bones.
Someone's earthly remains. Someone who never made it out of here.
Can I grab
I don't want them.
Are you sure?
Let's not involve Kid
What is this then?
Oh no. Some kind of knot inside this big stone slab.
Oh, excuse me.
Rearranged it. Nothing changed. I've rearranged it. Nothing changed. I've rearranged it. Nothing changed.
Well, I don't exactly know what you want me to do here.
I've rearranged it. Nothing changed. I've rearranged it. Nothing changed. I've rearranged it.
I don't think you can do anything there. At least not yet, anyway. Can I still get out of here, though? I can, okay.
It's...
Your...
Oops.
Just... There's a knot puzzle here that's kicking my butt.
Literally?
No, how would it?
I don't know. I can't see it. Don't yell at me.
I feel like ripping it to shreds.
Stay focused, Buzz. Find a way past it.
Oh, hold on. I have an idea. God, I hate this walk.
I'm getting nothing from the book.
Oh, never mind. What about this?
These are...
Oh.
If
I didn't want to hear this again.
we have... By... We... I... The...
Okay.
How many more obstacles do you have in store for me, Point Nemo?
That help? This help? I have no idea. That's what I thought, Perks. I thought I'd be like changing the knot into something. What about that sword thing? There's got to be something to do with this. Can I use the Necronomicon on the statue holding the sword? I can. Might be able to get the sword if I do this. Aha! Okay. That's what I'm thinking, Hotshot Dan. That's why I'm getting a sword right now. Knock it off. Okay. And then let me through there. Okay. Great. Okay. Sword, not...
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
That does it.
Kitty, can you hear me? I've opened this door. We can keep going now.
You can keep going. This contraption is way more complicated than I had anticipated. Go on ahead without me, Buzz.
What do you mean? I can't just leave you behind trapped like this. Didn't you hear that ghost thing? All the volcanoes
Where'd the
around
sword
here are
go?
rigged to
It's
blow
behind
up.
my camera.
Go, Buzz. Find the butcher.
Hold on.
Dawn and Peace might need you. I'll be okay. I'll try to make my way out of this trap.
Give me a second.
Kitty, I can't.
Just go already. And be careful, Numbskull.
Kitty, I love you.
Get the out of here, Kerwin.
Hold on, let me show you. If I just... Yeah, the sword's right there. It landed directly behind like my webcam so you couldn't see it. Ooh.
Whoa, I did not expect this here. What in heaven's name is this place? How can all this be here? This is straight up bizarre. There are framed pictures of some objects I've come across ever since this whole adventure began, like the exploding package and Priscilla's doll, but also of others that I don't recognize.
3 empty frames.
Looks like there used to be pictures in these, but they're gone.
Leftmost open book?
It's a book about ancient folk tales. It's open at Transylvania, Romania. Huh. A framed picture of an unusual crystal. I don't recall ever seeing this before.
Okay.
This looks just like Olmstein's sign, except there's a crazy amount of lines connecting tens and tens of dots all over the place.
No idea what's going on right now. I mean, it's even confusing if you've been following the story.
I know what that is. Why
We're in a
it's framed
strange
on
world
display,
right now.
That's a different story.
Apparently at Point Nemo, which is the furthest point from land and anywhere on Earth.
Whoa. The title of the book is A Storm Over Fishmouth. What? Should I look deeper into this?
Go for it.
While on an antiquarian tour of an isolated fishing village called Fishmouth, a man called Robert Olmstein has an unexpected revelation. Olmstein? Robert Olmstein? What does this mean?
Did I look at this? Hold on.
This page describes the Muara and Azor myth. Weird.
Something strange be going on here.
It's the Earth with a moon on a rotating arm attached to it. I'm leaving everything as it is. This book is called The Case of Basil Dexter Kerwin. Basil Kerwin, a bookish nobody counting the days away behind his office desk, unveils a century-spanning relationship between himself and a wizard named Corvinus, and tries to avoid slowly transforming into something he detests. The pages are all crossed out and scratched over. It's hard to make out anything more. Corvinus? Oh no, I'm starting to feel faint.
Buzz was Olmstein. It certainly seemed like a strong possibility, yeah.
Huge porthole looking into a greenish abyss. There's something off about it, though.
Oh. That's, hold on, wait. That's the Voodoo Gentleman's place back in Darkham. There's Fishmouth. That was in Paris. And that was in Transylvania. There's the Olmstein sign, I guess. And some people that I don't recognize. I can't interact with that at all. Huh. Ooh. No, that's the Olmstein one, never mind. I recognize these four people, obviously. What is going on here? Uh-huh. Let's go over this way.
Do I really want to go already? Haven't looked at everything in here, and who knows if I'll ever get a second chance.
Have I not looked at everything? I'm pretty sure I have. Unless you want me to look at everything in further detail.
It's the stone from the stars that gave Dawn his mark, but there's really no way of knowing. Weird.
I'm gonna make sure everything is specifically looked at.
Can this mean that there are more than one signs?
Seems to be.
Olmstein, I can't wait for you to answer all my questions. Why would these three pictures be displayed more prominently than the others? I'm sick of looking at it. These other objects vary from unusual to ancient. What's the point of all this? Who the heck could this strange place belong to? Looking closer, there's a lot of wear and tear. Like they've seen a lot of different pictures come and go. Who put all of this here? Who lives here? Could it be...
Alright, hold on. What else? Ancient folktales. We need to look up, make sure the eye has been closed on that.
This next page is about the castle and I think Vlad's ancestors and the masks. This can't be a coincidence. Let's see what this page says. It had all started with the strange fishiness of the local populace, but now it was clear. There was more, so much more to this. It was as if whispers of dark ancient legends, revelations of unfathomable ancestry, madcap globe-trotting adventures, and the ever-present threat of slumbering horror were all coming together into one blood-red line under the watchful eye of the Necronomicon. It's like it's shimmering every once in a while.
I noticed that, yeah.
I'm getting a very strange vibe from it. Holy hardcover hermetical history. I've stumbled onto something big. I'll just keep reading, I guess. These stories
Three
are
empty
too
portraits,
dark
three
and
companions.
beautiful
I
not
was
to come
thinking
to
that,
life,
yeah.
uttered Olmstein with an enigmatic smile. Even the one ending with this world's complete destruction. There is no story if there is nothing at stake, came Olmstein's answer. The roles are set, the actors will come and go, and we will be here, watching. And controlling it? Sometimes, when the time is right. Why not make it always? Always. Where is the fun in that? And he let go of the book, watching it drop in slow motion into the crowd below. The end. There's long red string hanging from the moon like it was cut or something. And I'm seeing dozens of shorter threads hanging from places all over the globe.
I was wondering what that was, yeah. Weird.
The greenish light coming in from the portal is only illuminating 3/4 of the moon. I've had enough. I'd better move on.
I think I got everything.
I'm out of here. Dawn and Peace need me. Goodbye, strange room.
Yeah, there's definitely something else going on here that we haven't quite settled on yet. It's interesting though. Oh, cutscene? Oh, that's like a...
Like a moth to the flame.
Big old squid guy. It's like old Cthulhu.
The carrier. Right on
with
time.
like crane arms.
Buzz, turn around, run!
No, no, no. That is where you are wrong, little zealous fly. It is not him carrying the book. It was always the book carrying him here.
Nonsense. We were always right on your tail, Butcher.
What's up with his arms
because
and
you
his
chose
legs?
to, right? Adorable. But enough about that. Hand over the book, carrier.
Or what?
Or I constrict those electricity fields and zap your friends just like the bugs that they are.
Cthulhu? Yeah, seems like it.
Not until you tell me what you want it for.
Oh, come on. What difference does it make to you? This will all play out as it must, regardless. Let us stop wasting time.
I can just read a spell and end you.
We both know it does not work that way.
You're lying, because you're desperate.
Go ahead, then. Use the Necronomicon to end me.
Marzas zi fornias campa. I wish the butcher gone.
That was embarrassing. Do I have to spell everything out for you?
Yeah, I guess.
It worked once because it was written that it would. You had no say in this. The book chose the role, and now it returns to me for its final performance.
You're insane.
Bob Olmstein, or whatever he's calling himself, we're all just actors in his little production. Until you hand the Necronomicon
I wonder if it's
over,
pulling a
that
Thimbleweed
is.
Park.
Production? Like a play?
You have not caught on yet? Tough. I have no time to lay it out for you dimwits. Book, now!
What's going on? What's he saying?
What is Olmstein's nature? Tell me.
But it really is simple, little fly. You are all prisoners in Olmstein's web of fiction.
Is Bob
While
Olmstein the
I
creator
will
of the
claw
game?
my way
That's kind
out
of what
it.
I'm
So what's the
thinking the
book
implication
for?
might be.
A fine seeker you turned out to be. It is the magic wand in the illusionist's toolkit. This thing called Olmstein likes his stories. He simply set loose the magic wand into our boring world and watched it turn myth into reality. So many possible storylines he planted seeds for. The carrier, the seeker, the protector, the beast.
Oh, Thimbleweed
roles,
Park.
different
Thimbleweed
actors.
Park is one of one of my
much
favorite
more
adventure
fun
games
when
of all
you
time. It's
defy
so good.
all laws of nature and
If you like Ron
existence,
Gilbert's
give me the
design,
book.
it's just so good.
Planted seeds? I need to know. Is he divine in nature?
Forgive the cliche laugh, but the idiotic question warranted it. What difference does it make?
What will you use the book for?
The crowning achievement of my life's work with flesh and blood and metal. Breathing life into one of Olmstein's favorite characters.
The Half-Kufa? The meal those esoteric order idiots thought they'd sacrifice to Dagon?
It goes by a much simpler name. Ya Cthulhu! He who dreams at the bottom of the sea, awaiting his
It's
awakening.
the boy.
The perfect triangle.
The huge pair of wings you dug up in Forum Maris.
The first angle. Wings of the dragon.
The oversized kraken you raised in Fishmouth.
Yeah, he's
second
making
angle.
Robo Cthulhu.
Head of the kraken.
You.
Thimbleweed didn't have a sequel so much as it had like
Iron will of man.
You're just
a miniature sort of
mind-controlling some
test
poor
game, which is sort of a
Frankenstein
sequel in a
you
way.
psycho.
Part man.
It uses all the
part
same
kraken,
assets
part
as
dragon.
Thimbleweed Park.
Made
It's pretty
one
good
by
actually.
the
Very short, but it's good.
Necronomicon. And now, the moon is right.
Why here? Why is this place special?
If the Necronomicon's really related to the moon, it must be where the book is at its most powerful right now.
This is where all his possible realities converge. Where I step out from between them.
The moon is right.
Oh, Olmstein. Fine bunch of actors you were dealt this time. They have seen all and understood nothing.
No, wait. Olmstein, the moon, the Necronomicon, the Kraken. I think I'm starting to understand.
Are you now?
Olmstein wanted the monster here.
And why is that?
Because every good story needs a monster.
A monster that the heroes can smite, using the awesome power of the Necronomicon. There is just one little detail that is off.
We're early, aren't we?
Indeed. Only when the moon is full does Olmstein regain control over the Necronomicon.
Okay.
He set it up that way, and it is beautiful. Until then, the book is useless to you, while long have I studied its wicked pages. I know how to rein its chaotic majesty in.
Oh, no.
His eye in the sky, not yet fully open to our doings. Praise the gibbous moon. My time to strike.
Oh, God.
You played us.
Not quite. The story would have gathered us all here nonetheless, just a while later. Congratulations on overcoming all those obstacles so quickly. You should have taken your time.
So Olmstein is an...
Impress me. What is Olmstein?
A god?
A god. He must be a god. We are all messing with things that we don't understand.
Speak for yourself, little fly. I have really had enough talk now. Last warning before they die.
Okay. Here.
Welcome back, old friend.
Oh no.
So now what? You'll just become
Cthulhu! Devourer of souls! An end to this wretched joke of a world!
Destroy the world. That's it? You either haven't thought this through or you're just bat crap nuts.
Negotiating terms, little fly. Yes, they're in control right now, up there in the moon. But once I stamp this world out, when just me and them are the ones left standing...
What? What happens?
Appreciation for a mortal that became a god. For the pawn that broke the rules and checkmated
What's up with
the
his
king.
hand and legs? That's what I want to know.
created life before, and I will destroy and then repopulate this world the way I see fit.
Almstein will never allow it.
Start over from scratch, with an invincible god of death ruling over darkness? Breeding my own ruthless kind, stamping out the weak. Nothing but chaos for
It does seem
years
very
and
endgame,
years
yeah.
to come? That is not his kind of story. Him and his kind will just abandon this wretched earth, move on to the next toy and leave this one to me. Time to become Cthulhu.
Well then. I had a feeling Kitty was going to show up.
Kitty!
Shh, shut up, dummy. How do I stop those force fields?
Forget those. All the underground volcanoes around this peak are rigged to explode. The detonator's got to be around here somewhere. Look for that.
Blow up volcanoes, awaken beast for mind control. Got it. On it.
Okay. Cables, junk, more junk, junk on raised platform, even more junk, junk on ground. Cables, cables, cables. Oh.
Quickly, hook up the detonator. It dies tonight.
Okay.
That's it. That's the detonator. Set up. What? No! No!
The detonator!
That's it. There's the detonator.
Okay.
Get it. Right below you.
All right, let's hope it makes a big enough splash.
Not so fast, you verbose vermin. Unless you want to fry, you are not touching that detonator.
No, no, no!
Feel that energy crackling in the air? I've reached the final 3 phases of the incantation. World, prepare to meet Cthulhu!
Oh boy. This is more the creators of gods, and the characters are mortals that wish to ascend. Okay.
Damn it! Ah! Gokamanayan! Yore Bithikasiyaha!
Almstein, where are you?
Tharanak Shog! Tharanaxia! Yeah!
Okay, this dude's having a good time.
Yeah! Cthulhu Fatigan!
Oh.
Gokamanayan!
I can't do that.
Yore Bithikasiyaha!
I can't reach it.
Oh, hold on. 1 second. You can, get the hell out of here. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna save.
She's the only one that can move, but no, there's gotta be another way. Go back the way you came, Kitty. It's the only way out. I failed you. I've dragged you along all over the place and achieved nothing. I ruined your life. I couldn't change you back. I lost the Necronomicon. And now this lunatic might turn into a god of death and destruction. You're innocent. Just run. Run as fast as you can.
Now, Buzz, it isn't easy to admit this, but I've discovered some surprising things about myself since this all started. Run away? Sorry, but that's not my style.
Oh no.
Time for... well, no time left. Bye.
Yeah, this is gonna get real emotional and sad, isn't it? Aww. No. I guess the bells can ring, though.
Stupid little critter! Your sacrifice was for naught! It has not awakened! It has not!
Well then, Butcher. Oh. Oh, there he is. That's a pretty cool depiction. I like that. I think, was this supposed to be me? Yeah, he's buff. Look at this guy.
No, little one. Come back, little one. Why won't you listen to me?
Damn, is this really how they're ending this?
Not the soulless beast she wanted us to think she was.
Light scum vibes? Yeah, I definitely feel it too.
It's as if time stood still for her.
Oh, this is sad. I don't want it to end like this. A feather? Oh! I was thinking there has to be something that's going on right now, right? Yeah, I guess I'm jumping in here then. The moon? What? What? What is going on? Did we win? I don't know. End of part 1? I don't know. Must be what?
Time to rock.
Oh. Kitty was the beast the whole time. Okay. Okay, the good news, Kitty is alive. Bad news, she is angry. Okay. That was... There's a lot of questions I have. Yeah, I would like to see more. A sequel would be good. That was good, though. That was a great game. Feels like... It did feel very much like a LucasArts game in, like, the best possible way. Like, the inspiration from them was very clear, and it really kind of made its own... Took its own spin on it very well. Most of the puzzles were pretty good. One or two that was, like, a bit iffy on, but most of them, pretty decent. And also, this music's great. Hey, Gibbous, you're back. I liked the game. It was good. I enjoyed myself. And this rendition of the theme in the credits is great, by the way. Are there any plans for a sequel? Or are you leaving things a bit ambiguous? Working on the next game, same universe sort of sequel. Awesome! Oh my god, I can't wait for it then. I'll be on the lookout for that. Tie up a lot of loose threads. Nice. No, it's not an episodic game. All in one, Frank. Good stuff. I'll be putting up highlights of the VOD soon, Raz, so you better watch them. You can watch the past broadcasts, but I want to make sure I highlight them just so they're all saved in my bank of previous videos. Because if you don't save them as a highlight, the streams get deleted after a while. Exactly your type of adventure game, yeah. Like, I know you're a fan of LucasArts adventures, and this is very LucasArts. Like, hell yeah. Yeah, devs have made a couple of appearances in these streams, Tony. It's been nice. It's always nice to have the devs come along and say hi. I had that with Grundislav as well when I did Lamplight City. Total love letter to LucasArts games. Hell yeah. I mean, LucasArts and Lovecraft. What a combo. Even down to the sequel bait. Oh yeah, another key to give out. Yeah, of course. Just let me just log on to my Twitch on my browser so I can see the whispers. Yep, just send it over. Let me just mute my stream so I don't hear myself. Okay. Ooh. All right. Let me just get through the credits as well. Just let me know when it's sent and I'll get that ready to go. New Overlord Kite to worship. Kite Fatagan. I need to whisper face first again. Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh, the Space Quest historian. I know the Space Quest historian. He's lovely. Hold on. Let me just whisper. Beep boop. There you go. All right. Is there anyone else I recognize here? Space Quest historian is a horrible person. I love him dearly. He is wonderful. Good friend of mine. AI the Somnian Files. I've not heard of that one. I'll have to have a look into it, Clon. Alright, that looks like it's the credits done. Any post-credits thing or... Nope. But I got an achievement for sitting through the credits. No quizzes today? Oh, there'll be a quiz in a second. All right, yeah, we have a code ready. I'm gonna switch over to this. All right. I see you later, Stuckinatic Gibbous game. I don't know how to refer to you. I'm gonna think of a question for you guys to answer, and whoever gets that answer correct will get a code for this game. Should it be a question related to my channel, or should it be a question related to games? I think channel's probably more, yeah, to the channel. Okay. I've got it. In Simon the Sorcerer 3D, there was an item that I complained about that Simon could not reach. What was that item? What was that item? Peach. It was a peach. I think I'm fairly certain it was a peach. So let me just make sure that's correct. A forbidden fruit peach. Fruit of life. Is that more specific? Because I was thinking peach in my head. Okay. Either way, I'm pretty sure Tenwin's got it. Tenwin's basically given the answer I was looking for. Looks like an apple. Let me double check. And once I figure that out, Simon the Sorcerer 3D walkthrough. Sure, I'll just look up this. Is it a peach? It is a peach. A sacred peach. Yeah, it's a peach. Tenwin is correct. And you got it first. So Tenwin, congratulations. You have now received a code for Gibbous. Which just took way too long. Alright. Thank you all for an amazing stream today. Next Thursday I will be continuing starting a new playthrough. I don't know what it'll be yet, but I'll probably put it up to a vote. It'll probably be a classic adventure game, because you know how I go. It's indie, classic, indie, classic. So the next one's going to be a classic. I don't know which one yet. I think Full Throttle is probably going to be on the list. Maybe The Dig. Maybe something Sierra, and then maybe something else. Full Throttle is definitely going to be on the list. Because I really want to get around to playing that. It's like the one LucasArts game that I've just never played before. Other ones I've at least given a go, I think. Yeah. Laura Bohr might be a good shout as well. But yeah, Full Throttle is just one that I just pretty much know not much about. So I would like to play it. It'll be on the list. Make sure to vote for it if you want it. And I'm going to set a raid going. My friend Juliet is playing some Yakuza right now. So I'm gonna send you guys over there, and I would like you to say praise Kitty to Juliet. Praise Kitty. Right, this raid is going. Okay. Awesome. 12 viewers, 14. That's not bad. Let's get this raid going. Thank you all, and I will see you guys next week.